Alright, hello. I guess I'm starting a YouTube channel. Yeah. So this is a Pendulum Magician deck profile. And objectively, I think this deck is probably really strong right now. I mean, it's insanely consistent. It makes plays, it makes Baguska. Problems are evenly matched. And, Spiral. That's about it. But, you can get, really slowed down by hand traps, but overall I enjoy this deck. So let's get into the list I'm going to be running for a upcoming regional this Saturday. So we got 3 Wisdom Eye, 3 Purple Poison, 3 Double Iris. You want these guys in your scales. Wisdom Eye's any magician in your scales, and I mean that's pretty good. Next, for like other scales, I guess we have 2 Black Fang, 1 Oath. I would run Oath at 2. I really like it. I can't find space for it though. Black Fang I don't feel is that amazing of a card. I mean, yeah, it's just not that amazing of a card. You don't like exactly. You'd rather go into Purple Poison almost. Double Iris. A little nervous first video. Anyways, 3 Harmonizing. Literally says summon anything in your extra deck. That's basically it. I'm putting these off center. That's my fault. And 1 White Wing, because double Omega is quite good, assuming you have resources to keep it up. Next, 3 Joker, 2 Pencil. This is pretty standard. Pops your scales. Joker says search your entire deck. But like almost 80% of the time you're searching Wisdom Eye. Then 1 Astrograph. I don't really like this card. However, I am running it because I'm also running 2 Wavering Eyes. And it sort of extends your plays, it's sort of bad. Doesn't really do much on its own. Next, Hand Traps. 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 1 Maxi. I don't understand why people say this deck cannot run Hand Traps. I have had perfect success. Playing Dueling Nexus, all that, playing against friends, running 7 Hand Traps, like, sure, combo pieces are better, but, like, what's going to keep you alive? Hand Traps. Thing I should mention, probably don't really want to run Gamma, but, yeah, that's about it, because nobody's really going to, like, I don't know, I tried it didn't work for me. 2 Duelist Alliance, 2 Star Pen. Star Pen pretty good. Yeah, basically add 1 Magician whenever you activate it. Duelist Alliance also, if I can move it. This searches Pensork and Double Iris because it searches like, yeah, it's good, trust me. It has helped like a lot. Next, 2 Desires. I would up this to 3. This card always gets Ash Blossomed. You will never have this card not get Ash Blossomed if you're me, but you know, it's pretty good. It gets you your combo pieces, allows you to make better plays, and etc. You know, making plays in Pendulum Magician is sort of important. I'll move those off. Next, 2 Wavering Eyes. I'm running 2. You sort of want to see it, you sort of don't. I found out that a lot of turn 1 plays can be like made better. Like you can go, I've gone Omega Baguska, activate Wavering Eyes, pop both scales, search, and like pretty good. And by search I refer to Double Iris being popped and you get the Pendulum Graph card. And it also dodges evenly matched pretty well. Like Baguska and maybe a Pendulum Graph or whatever. It's not terrible. Next, other card which will always get ashed. You have to discard 1 for this. I really do not like that. I mean, like, I don't know why I brought it off the frame. It's a card. You should run it at 1. Like, if your opponent ashes a Desires, then you Duelist Alliance into, like, this. It's not terrible, I guess. But, like, the discarding 1 is a really hefty cost. Next, the card we run 2 of because we're running 2 Desires. I really like this. This, Time Star Magician and Time Pendulum Graph, pretty oppressive board. Especially when, like, you know your opponent's deck isn't running evenly matched in the main or whatever, and he isn't running evenly matched. Like, it's basically Spiral Sleeper, except you're less protected, but, like, it's still basically Spiral Sleeper. Because, you know, targeted scale, Time Star, whatever, says no. And then, yeah. I wanted to say Time Gazer, I don't know why. That's a bit odd. Anyways, extra deck. These 2 cards, which you barely make this, you sometimes make this. Turn 1 play. OTK card, I guess. Amazing in Pendulum matchup. Amazing in True Draco matchup. Yes, True Dracos aren't really a threat, but at my last regional, fun fact, I played against 3 True Draco players, and 2 of them were maining evenly matched, and, you know, I was a bit salty. I didn't have this card, so I put it in now. Now let's go into the lineup of Xyz, I guess. Time Star, because obvious reasons. He makes your deck flow. You can search Skullcrabat off of this guy, which is pretty solid. Tornado Dragon, because he's a staple. Trapeze, he wins against Trickstar. Wins against any normal summon-based deck or whatever. Just really a strong card for stalling. Because, like, you don't really care because your scales are still active. You don't need too many monster effects. Sometimes make. And this is the card you use when you want to make Burning Abyss players cry. I can say that, like, from experience. So yeah, that is the extra deck. Now let's get into the side deck. My side deck is a bit odd. Mainly because I'm running this card. Artifact Lancet. If you do not know what it does, is a hand trap and says your opponent cannot banish for this turn. Evenly matched, ABC, sometimes Spiral if you know they're playing to go second. Like if you mind game them and you know they're playing second, you can stop, like, you know, whatever. You can stop a lot with this card. It's nice. But like, in general, I really like this card. Amazing against ABC. I want to have like some part of my deck which can function against rogue decks. 2 Kaijus, I would run more, but I cannot find space. Maybe I could take out Dimensional Prison, but like, meh. 2 anti-spiral cards. You put these in for Droll and Lockbird, because you almost, like, never end up actually. Spiral will just say, okay, your turn, as soon as you, like, if you draw and Lockbird, it isn't really that big of a problem for them, is what I'm trying to get at. Next, Secret Tech, best card, 2017, confirmed. I don't know, I played Magicians back in, like, 2015 when they were insanely broken with, like, 3 Apex Avian, 3 Kieran. And this card says, negate anything, bounce back to hand, next turn, re-Pendulum summon it. This is a, you know, a whatever on legs. It does a lot. Like, activate Raigeki. No, you don't. I've had that pop up so many times. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's such a card which people have, like, forgot about in Pendulum builds. Next, back row removal. Yeah, I know, 2 of these are common. Whatever. 1 Raigeki in gold rare because I'm cheap. I said that as I'm running free Ash Blossom in the main deck. But Raigeki is pretty solid, as I've heard. Board clears are pretty insanely good. Then, 2 D Barrier. Why did I say Dimensional Prison? Oh my gosh, I get... I'm so bad at card names. I think it's just I'm nervous. I haven't done anything like this before, honestly. But, pretty good going first against Pendulums. Yeah. You don't really make this too many other times. Maybe against, like, some rogue deck, but, like, you know, overall, this, I don't mind running this. You could make an argument for, say, running evenly matched in the side deck. I say, yes, you have a very good point, but, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people against Pendulum Edition, the general idea is put a bunch of hand traps in your deck, because Pendulum Magicians are pretty fragile. I mean, like, they have a lot of combo pieces, and all the cards are relatively important. Like, they're all put in there for a reason. I can explain reasoning to all my cards and all my ratios. But, like, I feel like the general idea is run a bunch of cards, go second, or put in 3D barrier, go first, and then, like, pass, whatever. Like, if I know my opponent is probably running something, like, in the Pendulum Mirror match, I found D-barrier very amazing, because a lot of people don't, like, I don't know, just put in Cosmic Cyclone, put in D-barrier, pre-solid against Pendulum Magician. Drone Lockbird's also really good, because it, like, stops your opponent from advancing their plays, really. Yeah, Ash Blossom's obviously, like, a negate to any meta card. And, you know, that's about it. Sorry for poor quality, sorry for lack of actual brain cells in me. You know, yeah, that's about it, awkwardly sitting here. Again, I'm going to a regional this Saturday, and I will tell you guys how I did. Probably like X5 or something, because I'm really garbage. I'm willing to bet that now that I've put, like, specifically Beals in my extra deck, that I don't go against a single True Draco player. Just cause, you know, and I'll be very mad at myself. But I'm running a bunch of little nuance cards to do well against rogue decks, and that has helped me. Like, Lancia's a pseudo system down for the turn, and it's like, you don't really need system down, because guess what? You're going to be trying to OTK or trying to do something against your opponent. You aren't going to, like, let them have a turn, unless you're going first turn Baguska or first turn Double Omega. Then you're like, okay, yeah, sure, why not? I think Double Omega is a safe. If, like, your opponent lets you go first, I would say almost always they're running evenly matched, or, like, a bunch of hand traps, and you need to be prepared. And I would say go for Double Omega. It's a safer play, as I've found out. Evenly matched really slows you down. A lot of True Draco builds, some are even maining Anti-Spell Fragrance. That's something to watch out for. But, like, if you can dodge that and you get past the Anti-Spell, you know, you're running your, you summon that Purple Poison, you crash into Masterpiece, effect Purple Poison, pop, whatever, you know. If you're playing, like, Beals and whatever, you'll be fine, you know. You just gotta get to that point where you can win and not get beat down in the process. And that's just my thoughts. I think Pendulum Magicians are really strong. I'm surprised they don't have higher representation in, like, tournaments or whatever. I believe at YCS Prague, actually, they only got 2 out of the top 32. And that's a bit scary to me. I mean, I feel like this deck is really good and starting to be underrated, because everyone's like, oh, Spiral's so amazing. And while Spiral is better than this deck, Pendulum Magicians are still very viable and something to look out for. Anyways, that's my spiel. Sorry for wasting apparently 14 minutes of your time. So, yeah, have a great day. Nervous 17-year-old high school kid signing out.